In this game, Yinji took black and Radziol took white. Joseki. Another Joseki, and now this move. This move is a bit questionable because the side is not the widest. There is a very strong group of black in the corner. So why do we play on this narrow side? It's better to play on a wide side. I think that this might be the best move on the board. That Shimari, that corner enclosure. In the game, white plays this one. And what should black do? Well, usually after this approach to our Shimari, we play pincer, and this is what was played in the game. But I think that on this board it doesn't make much sense because our group is already strong. So why do we need to give it even more strength? On the other hand, it leaves us with a weakness in the corner. So instead of playing this move, maybe it's better to play from the corner. But this move is also not that often played because, well, still there is probably an agi and white is certainly happy with such an exchange. What is done otherwise, instead of playing a move securing the corner, if white played this move, we can help our corner in an indirect way, playing on the bottom side. And actually this is a very big move, which also has a continuation at h3. So yes, this one is the best move. If white goes into the corner, maybe like this, then we maybe cut. Maybe white goes like this, but then we have a very good support for our fight. So this would be very nice for black to play a move here. But in the game, black plays from the other side, and now white attaches. White uses the weakness of black's shape. Black cuts. White connects, black extends, and now black plays a nose-to-suchi. What often happens in such a situation is that white jumps out and black plays here. And how do you think, who would such a variation be good for? R10 is in a bad place. It is not in the best place, even though it creates some agi maybe. But how about white stones? Are they in a good place? White went into the most narrow side on the board and managed to create a group, but in exchange black got a very strong shape. Okay, this is not the best located, but in general it doesn't make much sense for white to have a group here. So this result is good for black. What went wrong for white? Well, white didn't need to use this sharpest move. This sharpest move is good to start a fight because it gives black the possibility to play Hane from below and start a fight here. But now the fight is not very good if we get stones towards that side where black has a living group. And if it gives black a strength towards this side, which is still a little bit open, so this is a more interesting side. Instead of playing this variation, white could play differently. I was thinking of it while watching this game, and I am very happy that I came up with the move which is also suggested by AI. So we know which direction of play is interesting and which is not on this board. In general, this direction of play is not interesting. The corner is interesting. The side is interesting. So instead of playing the attachment, white could play here. If black plays from the outside, white continues even further into the corner. And if black finally cuts, then white is happy to just create a group in the corner. This is a good result for white. Black got an influence towards a very boring side, and black took away the whole corner from black. On the other hand, if black plays from the corner, then this is what black was hoping for. What white was hoping for. White easily settled with a good shape, taking away a big portion of black's corner. So this is basically like like the continuation like this, right? It is very similar to this one. This would be good for white. But what happens in the game is questionable for white. Yeah, now black plays this Nostes routine, and white doesn't like this variation because what sense does it make for white to have stones on that right side? So instead, white goes down. This is a strong continuation of white, and usually white can go down once because black cannot really fight like this. Black cannot fight like this, even if it means, like, even if black can capture the two stones, white is happy with the Ponuki and stones on the other side. So black needs to push, this is a Joseki, and then usually white needs to go out, giving black the connection, but still white is very happy that white managed to insert that one descent. It's better than if we played like this. Probably black even plays Hana. So usually we need to go out, but on this board white can go down even further because white will manage to connect to the other stone. So this was very well thought through by white. Sorry. Black went up, yes, it makes sense. Because now black can use stronger moves like this, yes. And now black uses that weakness. That's a strong continuation. White can capture the stone, but now white is not very happy with what happened on the bottom side because white was pressed down to the first line. White has 0 points there. So this is not best. White is thinking of an alternative way. And there are two things to consider. First of all, is it possible to go for black's corner? Can we do any harm to black's corner? My answer is I don't know. Like this, we don't kill, but we get a lot of points in center. This would be good. But maybe black has better answers. Like, who knows? Maybe black will start a call. I don't know. But this attachment looks good, doesn't it? Good attachment. T5 before S2. Like this. Not sure, good or bad exchange it is. Yeah, it might make sense, yes. Black might decide to let us live also, but maybe also in that other scenario, black can go for letting us live, or no? No, because we just play S2. Yeah, so maybe we don't want it because then black just lets us live. Okay. Anyway, some agi, and there is another thing, and this is what white thought more of. White can go through Atari, go here, and get the group of black. Sacrifice a lot, but get a lot. This also makes sense. Both plans make sense. But white wanted to złapać króliczka i mieć króliczka. Black wanted to eat the cookie and have the cookie. Black wanted to... White wanted to both have the weaknesses on the right side and that cut. But this was illogical because white played in the game white cut once and then played this and then extended. But now it doesn't threaten a ladder. So now black doesn't need to add a move on the right side. So it was better to extend immediately. Maybe white thinks that now there is still the possibility of living with the few stones there, but it doesn't make much sense because we will have a weak group here, weak group there, problem here. So white wanted too much. White was too undecisive. It was better to just extend. In the game, black plays that move, which threatens white, so white needs to secure the shape. Maybe better secure it by taking black's liberty. Liberties are quite important here. Black goes on the outside. Now white gets this move, and I was surprised with this one. I thought black should go like this, but maybe no, maybe I'm wrong. No, maybe no. Okay, now white plays here, black blocks, and white connects. And now I have a question for you. Who is this position good for? Black. Yes, this position is good for black. Because again, we can judge it in a way that we remember what was before, remember the simple variations which were available before, and compare this result with the result of these simple variations. So what happened? White invaded the most narrow side of black and managed to connect back. Black, in the meantime, took points here, took points in the corner, and got strength on the outside. And white also managed to get 4 additional points or 3 additional points on the bottom. What white got doesn't compensate what black got. So unfortunately, this variation is good for black. Now black played in the corner. Yes, it makes sense. And the next move of white should be where? Of course, it should be here, between white's 2 walls to create a big moyo. Even though white is behind, white can still continue this game. But white played this one, and this looks like trying to excuse our earlier mistakes by making even more mistakes. Now white is kind of trying to say that this is not influence of black, this is still a weak group of black, and I am going to attack it. But in fact, it's not really accurate, because black will go out and white will need to take care of this group and then of these 3 stones, which are certainly weaker than black's group. So this is too much. Black goes out, connects. White doesn't need to take care of the group. White will manage, apparently. Yeah, okay, white will manage. But black doesn't even care. Black doesn't even continue. Maybe it would be reasonable to continue a little bit, but I am not sure. Wait, is it reasonable? And here we are afraid of this one, right? But maybe we can play like this and frighten our opponent more. Black didn't care. Black just played on the top side. I would play a bit closer to the wall, which I really want to attack, because this move gives a bit obvious choice for white from which side to play, and this is what white plays. Black now attaches. White plays from below, and black plays Han, a very strong move. And I think that black played very nicely here. This double Hane, and then play from above, and then Atari. And white connect. Maybe this connection is a bit too not brave. How to say? Coward. Maybe we could play like this or like this. But do we have threats? Well, perhaps we have, because there is that weak group of black. Though we also risk a lot. I don't know. But connection is giving black what black wanted. Also very interesting, this exchange. Instead of here. Not sure if good, but looks quite reasonable. Yes. Exchange and then here. Oh, this move takes black's base. White is desperately trying to pretend that black's groups are weak. I would rather go for this group, for attacking this group a bit more. Maybe later this move makes sense, but it's so easy for black to go out. And now black plays this one. This is a bit too slow. Why do we play such a slow move? It's better to jump out, I think. White also jumps, makes sense, and then black attaches, and white should just play here and give black the single stone, because white's group will manage, especially that black is kind of inviting it to attack more the group of black. But white connected, and now the problem appeared, because black just captured 5 white stones, and this was a very good result for black. Now white attacks black. Black is trying to make life. Now white played this peep, hoping that it destroys black's eyes. I think that black could just play like this, but black decided that if black plays like this one, sacrifices, still the game is very good for black. That's a reasonable decision. Maybe it was possible to play like this, maybe black would have an even bigger advantage, but I don't know. This Ponuki is also very valuable, and let's count points. Let's make sure. So white has how much? Let's say 12. Here, 5 stones and another 5 captured stones, so 20. Then 10 points here, so already 30. Plus 12, so 42. 50, maybe 53, maybe 56, maybe 58, up to 65, up to 65. Black has maybe 10 points here, 10 points there, here 15 points, you see, 15 because Q2 is black center. So 25, 15 points here, 40, 10 points here, 55, plus potential. And we said that white has up to 60. So black needs to just make 5 points out of this potential and black will be good. And now with black center, black can play a move like this. And also, in fact, there is this weakness. So, in fact, white didn't even completely eat the stones of black. Like maybe it doesn't work, but there is nothing. Black plays this very good move instead of this one, a stronger move like this. If it comes to getting that territory, yes, very well played. White goes in and white tries to destroy black's potential, and we might look at the game and think, well, white managed well, didn't white? We said that black needs 5 points from this potential and then black will be good. And now black got 0, white got 8. But let's not forget that in the meantime, black destroyed these 12 points. Moreover, white's group might be a bit in danger even. So it's already like this. Black gets this parity of points, and moreover, black is much stronger everywhere. Now white played such a nice continuation. I don't know if this is so big, but on the other hand, what is big right now? Is it bigger to play this one? I don't know, maybe, but not necessarily. Also, how to play. There is no good play. Oh no. Okay, so white just connects. I don't know if I would connect. Maybe it was better to play something here to get rid of that agi. Why? Let's see what happens in the game. In the game, black came up with a genius tesuji. Black plays this first. And well, what can white do? White will not play like this, will white? Will white? So white plays here. But then it's a one-way street. Black plays this one. White cannot play here because black saves the stones. White plays here, black plays here, and here. And white's 5 stones are captured. And this is a decisive tesuji. After this one, white has no chance to win this game because black took so many points. The game continues, and black won in the end. Alright, so I think this is it. Very interesting game and high level. Good one. I enjoyed watching it. Yeah, poor Radziol. And let's move on to the next game.